start, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear friends. This is Amit Bhattacharya, Professor of English, University of Gurgaon, welcoming you to another of my video uploads. In this series of video uploads, I am actually discussing certain poems of Kamala, the famous and yet controversial Indian woman poet who wrote in English. Today I am going to read with you the poem, The Dance of the Eunuchs. This was taken from Kamala Das's first volume of poems, The Summer in Calcutta, which was published in 1965. The Dance of the Eunuchs, before we read the poem, I must tell you, this is a descriptive poem. It describes a scene, a very common scene, We have often seen how the eunuchs come to celebrate the birth of children. It is for them a means of eking out a living. They dance, they sing, they bless the newborn, and they also get paid for their trouble. Now, the eunuchs suffer from a gender negation, as we all understand, which in their case leads to gender displacement as well. Now, this poem that we are going to read together is a short poem in free verse or verse libra, and if you read the text of the poem, you will see that the lines are not uniform in length. There is not any specific need for end rhyme. Das has used graphic images, both color images are there, images of sight and sound and also of smell are given here. And obviously element imagery has also been made use of. And stylistically speaking, Kamala has also made use of ellipsis point for very important stylistic reasons. I will come to that later on. Now, as always, I will take the help of one of my students who will read out the relevant portions, because I have, for the sake of convenience, divided the poem into short sections which will be read out and explained gradually. So, without further ado, let us come to the text, and we will start with the first section of the poem.
Yes, sir. It was hot, so hot, before the eunuchs came to dance, wide skirts going round and round, cymbals richly clashing, and anklets jingling, jingling, jingling.
So see, the volume of poems from which it has been taken, this poem has been taken is Summer in Calcutta, and in this volume, most of the poems have for their background the chilling heat summer, both heat and the feeling, even scorching sunlight. It is hot. It describes the tropical heat, and the use of the word so before hot reinforces the excessive heat of summer. It was hot, so hot before the eunuchs came. Eunuchs come usually, as I have already discussed, to celebrate the birth of children that they themselves can never hope to have. So their sterility is something that is internal, and it is juxtaposed with an external extravagance. Their symbols richly clashing, and their stars going round and round. Their white skirts are going round and round. They wear skirts, and their anklets, they jingle. Now, people like Devinder Kohli and Gees Patel have found fault with the repetition of the word jingling here by pointing out, at least as Devinder Kohli has said, it creates a jarring effect. But I, for one, think that the jarring effect was something that the poet really gunned for. She wanted to produce this jarring effect. That was her stylistic intention. And the white skirts are also going round and round. And, the symbols. So there is both a whirling motion and a cacophony of sounds, Okay, let us go to the next section, please.
Yes, sir. Beneath the fiery gulmohar with long braids flying, dark eyes flashing, they dance and they dance. Oh, they dance till they bleed.
Okay. The fiery gulmohar. It may refer to the flowers of the gulmohar tree. It may also have something to do with the continuation of the weather metaphor, the hot summer. Okay. And beneath the fiery gulmohar, these eunuchs were dancing. They danced and danced. And they had long braids. Their hair was long and it was braided, And there were jasmine flowers in their hair, and a green tattoo on the cheek. So, and they danced and danced till they break. So here, dance, which is supposed to be an expression of joy or joyful abundance, is here shown as degenerating into a mechanical, drab routine without any expression of joy. It is a compulsion for the eunuchs to earn their living. Okay, go on.
There were green tattoos on their cheeks, jasmines in their hair. Some were dark, some were almost fair.
Okay. Now, as I have already told you, the green tattoo and the jasmines in their hair, some were dark and some were almost fair. So, this almost is a very significant word. They are not being described as fair. They are being described as almost fair, which may be realistic, which may be factual. But here, they could easily be said to be dark complexion. But this word almost shows the absence of a fair skin, partial absence even. So So just like their gender negation, there is also a negation of beauty for and of the eunuchs. Okay, go on.
Yes, sir. Their voices were harsh, their songs melancholy. They sang of lovers dying and of children left unborn. Ulysses' point.
Okay. Their songs were melancholy. Their voices were harsh. Harsh voice because there is no joy in their song. And going from the question of rendition in harsh voice, the themes of the song are also described as being melancholy. And my dear friends, just think about it, how even though they have come to celebrate, presumably, the birth of a child, they in their songs are not talking about life. There is a peculiarly thanatic dimension of their songs. Lovers dying and children left unborn. So in both cases, the precious life is something that is not there. So the utter vacuity of their inner world and of their commissioned performance is also hinted at here. And here, the use of the ellipsis point can also connote what is left unsaid. And this is a feature quite common throughout Kamala poetic output. You know, I am going to continue discussing the rest of the poem in my next presentation. But before I close this presentation, I must tell you that this poem has been interpreted from various perspectives. From autobiographical perspective, from psychoanalytic perspective, from feminist perspective, and also from the perspective of marginality studies. Because this poem is about one of the most seriously marginalized sections of society. Obviously, we are talking about the eunuchs. So, I hope to have your company in my next presentation, in which I am going to conclude this discussion of Kamala Rash's poem, The Dance of the Eunuchs. Thanks for watching.